welcome to Hebburn Town. You sit here as the club's new first team manager. How are you feeling?
Excited. I've come from a great club, Sheldon, to another one that's obviously got ambition to compete in the league that we're in at the moment. And again, I'm excited to take up the opportunity. I'm grateful that they've chose me, and I want to do my best to bring success to the football club.
If we just talk about your Sheldon journey, nearly 500 appearances for them in total, both as a player and manager. Lifting the GL Plater Cup, the Durham Challenge Cup as a manager, also getting promotion. I presume it might have been a bit of a tough decision, but just what words have you got for Sheldon?
Nothing but good things to say about them. It's a club that will remain close to my heart, as everyone knows. That we've achieved success there, and again, it's a great club, great staff, great fans, great chairman and wife, and I wish them all the best. But in football, sometimes you just have to move on with things, and this is the next step in my career. I obviously want to manage as high up the pyramid as possible.
Obviously, it's still quite raw, but obviously you guided the club to a playoff position up against Mask United, and obviously your first season as manager at this level, obviously getting promoted at the same time as Hebburn Town. So how vital will that experience be?
Very good, I think. This league's a very tough league that we're in. It will get stronger with the teams being promoted, and we have to prepare for that now. And I think the experience that I've gained in this division will help. And I think obviously the players that will be at the club going forward next year, a lot of them will have had a season under the belt at this level, which again will help. So for me, it's a good experience at this level. So, hopefully we can get a team out there that's going to compete at the top end of the table.
You've obviously had a look around at Hebburn over the last few weeks, and you obviously played here quite a few times. Met Stephen, Vern, a few of the committee members and staff. Just what have you made of your first sort of impressions of Hebburn?
Again, from when I've been here, you can see in what direction the club's going. The facilities are very good. The set up from under sevens upwards, including the women's, very, very driven and forward thinking, which is good. And again, the ambition of the club. When you come here, you get that feel of the direction it wants to go in.
You've, as you mentioned, played against the club several times before. What did you know about Hebburn before taking this job, and also just what kind of attracted you to the club?
I know quite a lot of them because you research the teams that you play against. So I've played with some of the players. Obviously played against them on the pitch, watched them from the side. And obviously competing against Hebburn in the Northern League, I know quite a lot about the club. When I've been here, the committee members and the supporters as well, really, they've been, good to us. And yeah, I think it's got the ingredients that, I like.
I know obviously you've just finished that quite a tough season with Sheldon, but a very successful one. You've got a long summer ahead, but you will be ready for a break. But just in terms of next season, if you've already kind of looked at next season, have you set any early aims and objectives?
Yeah, again, just touched on it a little bit. We, want to assemble a squad that's going to compete the top end of the table. I'm not going to come out and say we're going to win the league or be in the playoffs, but the top end of the table is where I want to take this club.
What does a Bobby Moore Hebburn Town side look like?
People know what I'm about. I want to win, and that's what the mentality that I want to bring to the football club. Not just the first team, but and trickle it down to youth teams. I want to have a winning mentality. Play for the badge, play for the support, play for the committee, play for the club, and give everything they've got every game. And I think, for me, at non-league level, that's what it's about. And I feel like I've found success building my teams on them values. So I'm hoping we can bring that to the football club. And, you know, my team will, you know, the teams that you've played against my teams, they always go to the end. And that's the mentality that we'll be bringing to the dressing room.
You've obviously brought Mark Hudson along with you, who's played and worked with you at Shildon. Carl Morris as well as keeper coaches, as well as keeping Simon Harris after quite a good successful spell as caretaker manager. Just what will they bring to the club?
All different areas which are going to help me. Mark, you know, I've known Mark for 10 plus years. I can trust him. You know, it's good because we disagree on certain things, which is what you need. And, you know, when I've been playing, I've trusted him immensely with just managing the side. I don't even have to question anything that's propped up or anything. And, you know, he's a top bloke, and I'm delighted that he joined me. And Carl's been with us, you know, a couple of years now, and he's a top draw goalkeeping coach, and he gets the best out of the goalkeepers. He's a great addition. He brings young goalkeepers into the club, whether it be training or, you know, pushing for a first team slot. And he's brilliant round, you know, with kids. So there'll be opportunities for aspiring goalkeepers to tap into Carl's coaching ability. So I think brilliant, you know, great staff. And then obviously Simon, we've spoke to Simon over the last few days, and you know, he wants to stay on board and he's keen to work with us, so why wouldn't I? He's done really well since he's took over from Kev. And when someone's shown you that sort of desire to be involved, you know, you cannot turn that away. So I'm delighted he's staying. It's a bit of continuity, that keeping it within the club. So, you know, I hope that I can bring things to him that, you know, he's probably not experienced before.
Just a word on yourself. You've obviously played 19 times last season. I think you started 11 games. Can we expect to see in a Hebburn Town shirt?
Possibly. You know, I still feel I can do it if needs be. It was more of an emergency need at Shildon because the squad that I built there was very good. And you know, never say never. I always keep myself fit. I'll join in pre-season with the players because, you know, I'll try and set examples, and, you know, never say never.
Just finally, the fans, obviously you'll be attending the community day on Monday to meet supporters for the very first time. Just what message do you have for the fans, obviously going forward?
Just get behind the players. I know they do here. The attendances are up. Hopefully we can get them even bigger. For me, it's just support the lads and get behind them. You know, there will be ups and downs along the way, and I'm not coming in here for a short-term project. I'm coming to the club to, you know, have a real plan in place of taking it through the pyramid. So, you know, I think as a supporter, you want to win every week, and I'm the same. So you just got to stay on board with us, and we'll hopefully bring success to the football club.